What's good, YouTube? Today is day 3 of 90 Day Sauce, and today I'll be talking about market structure. I hope y'all enjoyed the last video. Thank y'all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. The last video had, I think, 100 views when I'm making this one right now, and that's more viewers than I got subscribers. And we're 8 away from 100, and we're 8 away from 100 subscribers. So let's hit that goal today. But let's get into the topic. Today is going to be about market structure and how the market moves and how you could tell breaking structures, all this stuff. So, all right. So this is what market structure is, which is basically just higher highs, higher lows, higher low, higher high. You see that, right? So, boom. If you was to come to a real market, you could see this trend everywhere. Boom, higher high, lower low, or no, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see that? It's all in the market. So, boom. When you see a market like this, I'm gonna show y'all places where you could enter from. If you think, boom, we going up, okay, let's go down. Okay, enter right here. We can enter here and go long to try to target these higher highs. But this really isn't a good play because you want to get that much value on it, and you don't really want to take a trade off these because breaking structure could happen anytime. We can also do market will move in lower highs and lower lows. So boom, 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 boom. And let me find an example of that. Perfect, right here. Boom. Oh no, that's too big, but I'm gonna show this one. Boom. We got a lower. So let's start this one. So you see how this works. Boom, 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 boom. Lower low. You come right here, and then you go a higher high. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Let me put this right here. Lower low. It's lower than this low. Y'all see that? Boom. And now we have a lower high. Now we have a lower low, lower than this low. So it all just comes together, bro. You'll really get to see it. Let me find more examples right here. Boom. This is a really good example right here. So you see how we have a right here. Boom, boom. Drop lower than this previous low right here. You see this low? We drop lower than it. Boom. The next high right here. Then we drop lower than that right here. So I'm telling y'all, the market is really, really easy to read if you just know these simple things such as breaking structure, fair value gaps, which I'll get into later, order blocks. What I use is liquidity, fair value gaps. That's really it in S&T. S&T will be later down. I feel like that is a crucial part of trading, in my opinion. But so, all right, let's restart. So, if market is going like this in a higher high and a higher low, boom, market has to break at some point because momentum doesn't go forever. This will also go into our momentum episode 2. But so you see how market always does not go up, down, up, down. If it did, then we would have we would be just, everybody would just be so rich because you would know where it's going. But no, we have things called break of structure, such as like this loop right here. So you see how we go boom, boom, lower low, boom, and then we start marching up. And now look at this. We shot up and broke past all these. So that's why it's kind of tricky because you don't know when these break of structures are happening. But they usually happen around the third, hold on, oh shit. They usually happen around the third one. So usually it wouldn't be like this. It would definitely just be like boom, and then you would come here and it would break structure. And this is where the break of structure would be right here. Because you see, it was in a trend. It was in a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we dropped past and made a lower low. So that would mean we're starting a new trend, which would be like this. Boom. Let me get it. Boom, 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 boom. So it always runs in these trends. And right here, this right here is a perfect example of what the market looks like. And break of structure, when it breaks past that green line, the recent low, when it breaks past the higher low, boom, we have a big break. Let me try to find one right here. I like giving y'all in market situations too, because I feel like that would have helped me a lot when I was learning how to trade, was just live market things. But okay, I think, let's see. Okay, we can do this one. Boom. So you see, we're going in trend here. Boom. Oh shit, the wrong one. Going in the trend here. Boom, 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 boom. Then you see we break past a recent high. Whenever we're about to break structure as well, you will be able to tell because we might break past a high or a low. Like it'll either go each side. So boom, you see how we broke past. Now let's see if we got higher than this one. See, yeah, we did, because this one ends right here and right here. And what did we do after? We didn't finish out this trend. We broke structure, because this is not, shoot, we broke past the high, so we're out of structure at this point. So boom, when we go down, I keep doing that one for some reason. Boom, when we going down, we not going to go past this lower low right here, because we're breaking structure. We're going back up. See that? It's literally right here. Boom, what I drew up there. Boom, 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 boom. But look, the only reason that we know that it was about to break structure on this one is because this was supposed to be right here to continue on our structure. But instead it broke past, and that's how you know a breaking structure is coming. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can cover on this topic. This topic is really, really easy. But let's see. I'm gonna draw out more. So say we have going down, boom, 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 boom. Now look, if we was to break structure, what would the market do right here, y'all? I'm gonna give y'all a little bit to think about this. If we was to break structure right now, where would my next blue one go? All right, if y'all got y'all answer saved, then market would go boom, break past this right here, and what would we start? We would start a new higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it literally just runs like this in the market. And to start out, y'all might not see this every time. Y'all might see them from here and there, but just trust me. Keep looking at the charts and just focus on breaking structure. Think of it as like a staircase, right? Think of it like a staircase. Boom, marching up, and eventually it's gonna get to the top. That's how I like to think of it, as a staircase, because this really does like a staircase. Boom, 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 boom. Like it's climbing up slowly but surely. But later on, I will get into how you can use this to enter into a play, how you can use breaking structure to enter into a trade, all of that. So with that being said, this video is 7 minutes. It's not too long, because I feel like market structure, this is really easy. It just runs at higher highs and higher lows. Literally how I drew it up here. Boom, boom. It literally just runs in this the whole time. If I was to go to 30-minute, boom, you can see it a lot better on here. Okay, see, this is what I like to see right here. So boom, we go a higher high, then we go a higher low, we go a higher high, higher low, higher high. Y'all see this, bro? It's literally just all connecting. Let me see, trend line, boom. You see how, boom, look at this. It goes higher high. And then look what happened. Where did we stop? Oh, boom, right here. Where did we break structure? We went up here, boom, we broke structure right here. Now we're starting a new trend. Look, we broke past this low right here. So we're starting a new trend. Boom, boom. We go lower than that one. Then we go up here. Boom, we go lower than that one. Then we go up here, and we go lower than that one. See what I'm saying? It's all coming together. Let me find one more market. Let me find one going down, because I just showed y'all one going up. Let me get y'all one going down. All right, bet. Let me go down to a smaller time frame. So oh, damn. I'm sorry. Y'all stick with me. I'm very sorry. I got to find a lower. Okay, here we go. So boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then see, this is where we're about to break structure. You could tell, because it doesn't fully finish out going down here. It stops and it reverses back up. And look at this. Hold on. And we broke structure right here. And what did we start after that? We started going up straight to the moon. It's all in the market. Y'all just have to learn it, please. And if I'm not explaining this well, this is my first ever time explaining these markets. So it's gonna be, y'all have to stick with me. And that's why I said, if y'all have any questions, please come into the Discord and ask me anything. Yesterday I had like 3 people come in there and ask me questions, and I was responding at like less than 5 minutes. Like, I will be there to help y'all, trust. I want y'all along on this journey with me, because realistically, y'all are only 4 or 5 months behind me. And that's not a long time. In 2 years, we gonna all be rich if y'all just stay with the process. But that is the end of this video. I just want to say thank y'all for the support again. I really do appreciate it. I'll leave all my links in the bio, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, miscellaneous, whatever. But hope y'all have a blessed day. Happy New Year. Yeah. Stay solid.